Hey, Super Slash 75 movie reviews. Movie reviews with a twist. Today we're going to discuss The Incredibles 2, the sequel. But before I get into the main glaring problem or the biggest issue I had with the movie, first I want to discuss the short film that preludes the movies. Like this, Pixar is always known for doing little short animated films before the main preview or the main flick. So the preview flick is called Bao, and it's about a chicken dumpling. Okay, it's the cutest thing, but it was cute in such a tragic, sad, happy ending. So there's this married couple, and the wife is preparing chicken dumplings. The husband eats the dumplings. He goes to work. And as the wife eats the final dumpling, it screams like a little baby, and then its arms and the body pops out. And this dumpling turns into a little baby dumpling with arms and legs. And then over time, the mother takes care of the dumpling. The dumpling grows and grows, and she takes it shopping. It measures its height against the wall. This thing eventually takes it to go get reading glasses so it can see better. So... And then the dumpling kind of comes into its own. You know how most children do as they get older. They come into their own. They assert their own independence. So the dumpling ends up having friends. Ends up with a girlfriend. Brings the girlfriend home. Well, actually, his fiance home. Right? And so there's this tug of war because the dumpling's trying to leave. The mother doesn't want the dumpling to leave. Right? So in a fit of rage, the mother eats the dumpling. And I was like, holy wow, like didn't see that one coming, right? So she eats the dumpling, and then for the next few days she's just crying. She cries her eyes, she's always crying. So then in comes this young man with glasses, almost reminiscent of the chicken, the dumpling that she ate. And I realized it was a metaphor for her son. I guess her son over time grew up, asserted his own independence, and left the home and not in good standing with the mother. So the father pushes the son into the room so him and the mother can make up. During the bus rides, the mother and the dumpling would eat donuts. So the son, as he's in the room, he presents the mother with some donuts, and they sit on the edge of the bed and they're eating donuts. And that's the end of Bao. Oh my goodness, that one messed me up. I was like, yeah, you get a little emotional after watching, especially when she ate the dumpling. I was just like, not Disney. What are you guys doing? All right, so let's get into The Incredibles. 14 years after the original, Pixar always top-notch story, visuals, the animation, just standard top-notch fare. But the biggest problem I have, and that you may see or notice, is the overall theme of feminism once again. So, in the first opening act, the Incredibles foil a crime and they stop the Underminer, but it caused a whole bunch of damage and some casualties, apparently. And so the city once again revokes shuts down their superhero crime, crime bureau, right? So they're basically out of a job. Okay, so they're at a hotel, and then they get a phone call from an entrepreneur, like a billionaire tycoon type guy that's really interested in bringing back the supers, they call them the superheroes, because he feels that superheroes are needed, right? Now it's this whole weird backstory. Let me get to it down the road. So he brings in Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, and Frozone, and then he proposes an idea to bring the supers back into good standing with the people. He chooses Elastigirl over Mr. Incredible and Frozone because she has the lowest casualty rate of all the superheroes, cost effective, all that good stuff. So they're going to prop the woman. So she's off running missions. Mr. Incredible is a stay-at-home dad, and we've seen this in movies before, like Tootsie and Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton, and Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman. The whole single dad motif being played out. So while he's dealing with the children, Violet likes a boy, but then Decker wipes the boy's mind clear, so he can't remember Violet him seeing Violet as a superhero. That's part of the procedure. So she's upset dealing with that. She didn't know that he wiped her mind clean. So she's having the teenage angst. Jack is the baby. Jack is, you know, displaying all types of crazy power sets. And Dash is Dash, right? Okay, so there's this one particular, the main villain, the main baddie is called Screenslaver. And basically he hypnotizes people, and he wants to, or the person wants to dethrone the system and wants to get people away from technology and out in front of their TVs. There was one speech Screenslaver made saying, you want to play games, but they give you game shows. Instead of talking, they give you talk shows, right? So the whole backstory with Screenslaver is Screenslaver doesn't care for the supers, or that's the plan. That Screenslaver is being used to put the supers in a bad light, so they can be deemed illegal forever. Okay, so Elastigirl thought she caught the real Screenslaver, but she didn't. So as she's piecing things together, she discovers who Screenslaver really is. Now the backstory is the tycoon Winston and his sister, right? They were offspring of the original, I guess, mayor that instituted the superhero program. And I guess during a robbery, they were subsequently murdered because the father was trying to call one of the superheroes, but they had been deemed illegal or out of commission. And they died, or they were shot and killed during the robbery. The son always believed, had the supers been in place, he could have made a phone call and been saved. The daughter, which you don't find out till later on, resents the superhero. She felt that her father should have taken their mother into the safe room instead of relying on superheroes. So her whole plan is to use Screenslaver to undermine her brother's plan to reinstate the super back into society. So Elastigirl finds out or realizes that the sister is Screenslaver. Okay, so she's under hypnosis. There's these sunglasses that everyone puts on to be hypnotized, whatever. So then, the sister of the Screenslaver calls Mr. Incredible, say your wife's in trouble. So the husband, Mr. Incredible, obviously goes to the barge, whatever, to the ship to go check out and see what's going on with his wife. In the meantime, Frozone is on his way to take care of the kids, but Screenslaver had already hypnotized other superheroes, and they're on their way to catch the kids. Second act, thus a little fighting ensues between Frozone and the kids versus the hypnotized superheroes. The kids get away. Frozone gets hypnotized. He gets caught up in the melee. The kids get hypnotized. They get their way to the ship, to the hydroplane, the hydrojet. It's called the Everdust, right? Okay, so they're looking for the mom. Then subsequently, Mr. Incredible becomes hypnotized when he goes to find his wife, and his wife is already under hypnosis. She puts the glasses on him, so they're all stuck. So now the ultimate plan for Screenslaver is, or the sister rather, is to have the hypnotized superheroes all attend the official signing of the superhero program, and that she wants to undermine them all at the same time and make a whole brouhaha. Okay, so now this whole battle ensues between the hypnotized supers and the kids. So the kids find the mother and the father and finally break them free of the hypnosis, and then they pretty much had to deal with the hypnotized supers. They end up freeing most of the hypnotized supers out of their powers. There's a new chick introduced named Void, some angsty chick named the Void. Her powers were interdimensional portals. There's other bunch of different superheroes. When the old man could do acid reflux, he would throw acidic vomit, I guess. There was one black German that he could crush metal. It was kind of weird. The rest of them were kind of non-memorable. Okay. So now the sister's trying to get away. The brother realized, hey, what you're trying to do is wrong. They have a little spat between ideals as to why the sister's trying to do what she's trying to do. The brother's like, I won't let you do it. And the brother escapes. Elastigirl jumps on the jet of the getaway jet for the sister. They have the little coup d'etat. Falls out the plane. Void saves them, lets them hit the ship because they're trying to save the ship before the ship crashes into the city. At the end of the day, they save the ship from crashing into the city. They catch the sister. Then there's this little spiel at the end. I don't know. It was okay. I liked it, but it was just too much feminism for me to really enjoy this movie, because there was one point where she was doing all these cameos and promos for womanist and women this and don't need a man that, and then there was a conversation between Elastigirl and the sister, second act, where the sister was like, are you a believer or you're a cynic? And she was like, you know, women should be empowered. It was too much for me. It was watchable, but I didn't need it. I could deal not with the feminist theme. So that is my review of The Incredibles 2 Super Slot 75 reviews movie with a twist. You guys have a good one. Peace.